It's Madden NFL 23, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Chargers and the Chiefs under the lights on Thursday night.
From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game,
the final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Menu narration option is set to off. Menu narration option is set to off.
Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his 3rd season, it's Justin Herbert.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice, because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The Charles will look now at their class from this past draft, and certainly for them it began in the trenches. They brought in a guy who was a favorite prospect of many teams, and certainly they're hoping that he's going to have a big impact right away.
And going with a lineman isn't always the most exciting pick for a fan base, but we also know that this is the type of pick that solidifies that position. And
this is intercepted. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
This first comes for 10 yards and a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Mahomes firing complete. On the move past the 40. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And a loose football. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty, so that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Boy, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Edwards-Helaire. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Good work there, holding him out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
On second and goal, Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey with career touchdown number 60. And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, I give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy hit a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 53 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The Chargers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And right now they're probably asking, hey, who did we offend in the scheduling office? Back-to-back road games to start the season.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll bet someone called the league office to protest, but sometimes it just shakes out that way. But if they can get out of this with a split, knowing they'll get those home games later in the season, it could be quite an advantage for them if they take care of business now.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. DeAndre Carter back deep. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense had Justin Herbert heading back onto the field. And he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives. As they start again here, we'll see if he can do better. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Complete to Kellen. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Herbert now. On the screen, this is Eckler. Able to slither by, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out, 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead, it's 2nd down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. On 3rd down, it's Spiller. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
There's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that throw is complete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, Herbert. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The 4th down. Work for the Chargers. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to... Now the ball comes loose and picked up by the Chargers. The quick feet by Jackson. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is, and we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game 2, so I would agree with you totally on that.
Now Herbert following the turnover. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Lots of incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Draw play. It's Eckler. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it. Now
they're just hoping to cap it off. Herbert on first down now. He'll get this to Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. That time a 6-play drive. And Austin Eckler capped it off with the touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. I think he's still shaking his head a little. It was his fumble on the previous drive that led to the touchdown that has us tied.
And sometimes it's worse on a runner who drops it like that to watch the other team take the ball downfield and score than maybe if they just returned it right away. You know what I mean? Because sometimes what happens that fast, you're right back out on the field. Instead, he had to watch it happen. Let's see if it affects him going forward the rest of the game.
Austin Johnson, the one who makes the stop defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 26. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now here's Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Now that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. unable to do so.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away, not intercepted.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they can put him in a number of different places. In line, H-back, put him in the slot. In this case, they put him out wide. Matchup nightmare. Who are you going to send out to cover him? And he picks up a first down with that catch.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Herbert back to the air. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And hitting Juju on the slant. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here comes Carter. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. He's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second and 7. Now Mahomes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. But first, the NFL season is in full swing. Let's show the good folks what we've got in store for us later this weekend here in Week 2. Some good games to look forward to in the early window, especially the one in Baltimore. A big one coming up for the Ravens as they'll square off against...
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. But Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. So the completion good for 6 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Good sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 8. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond. Herbert has it knocked free. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, that maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Williams brings it in. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
On the screen, this is Eckler. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. It's Eckler again. They find some open field here. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run up the gun with Kelly. Brought down by Willie Gay. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Herbert now. And it's caught. And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Kelly. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Herbert with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Chargers have come back to make it a 2-point game.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterback, so they get low the line. They did their job. Is the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive?
Find a crease and just get in there. And ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here comes Kansas City. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's Kelsey on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mahomes to MVS there for the Kansas City first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Mahomes now on 1st down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now here's Mahomes. With no hesitations, they go right. And it's a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Charger drive about to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Up the middle with Eckler. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the 1st.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
One of the league's best and most consistent wide receivers in his 10th season in the league. Keenan Allen is just automatic at this point. Nice catch from him there for a 1st down. 100 catches, 1,100 yards, at least 6 touchdowns a season. Wash, rinse, repeat. But let's not take him for granted. He's a terrific player.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Now it's Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled? Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
He finds his target, Allen. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And Allen's got it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on 1st down. Herbert operating from the red zone. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And they'll get this down to the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second down and goal. Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chargers have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Mahomes going to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now it's Mahomes again. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 36 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. And, partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 34. They give up the middle to Kelly. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This is swung out to Eckler. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and he'll leave it with a 3rd and just a few inches.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Edwards-Helaire. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They'll go option to the short side. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And this is one of the dangers of letting your quarterback run the football. Now, look, he goes through ball security drills just like a running back does. But most of the time, the quarterback swings the ball away from his body. And in traffic, sometimes they forget to protect it.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, and he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. He will push it. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Mahomes to throw it. A Throw right side taken in by the tight end, Gray. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Noah Gray from 8 yards out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Well, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch. Tomorrow.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Herbert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Herbert. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing, Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
This for all the marbles. And this is incomplete, so no miracles here on the final play, and this ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Chargers, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.